Thank you. Some Democrats have said that giving cluster munitions to Ukraine undermines America's reputation as a human rights defender around the world. What's the White House response?
I mean, we don't believe that it undermines our reputation of being human rights defenders. This is something that we say all the time, right? When it comes to human rights, when it comes to having those conversations with either our partners or other heads of state, the president is never shies away from having those conversations. Look, I mean, Jake said this when he was here. We have to remember what's happening in Ukraine, right? Ukraine is defending itself. It's defending its freedom. It's defending its sovereign territory. And that is what we are doing here. We're making sure that they are able to do that. This is a war that Russia started. This is an aggression by Russia. And so we have seen bipartisan support in what we're trying to do in helping Ukraine, fighting for their freedom. And I think we're continuing to see that. But as it comes to human rights, the president will always be very clear and have very honest conversations with our partners and other heads of states across the world.
Thank you. Jake Sullivan mentioned that President Biden took this decision about cluster munitions after consulting with allies. So I wanted to see if you could provide some details about if Germany was consulted or Poland, what countries were.
I'm not going to go into each country that was consulted, but clearly those are some of our allies, correct? And so I'm just not going to get into details, but certainly the president did consult our allies and partners here. Look, when you look at the last 16 months of this war that we saw that this Russia aggression in Ukraine, we have seen a NATO alliance that has been strengthened because of the leadership of this president. We've seen bipartisanship here. We have seen Europe come together, the West come together to make sure that we do everything that we can to help Ukraine fight for its freedom. And so that is really important. We got to remember what's at stake here. What's at stake is democracy. And so the president is going to do everything that we can to help the people of Ukraine fight for those freedoms. Go ahead.
We've talked a lot about assistance in terms of the security side today, but should we also expect any commitments on the humanitarian side with next week, either to those in exile in Lithuania or refugees in Poland?
That's a very good question, Zolan. I don't have anything to preview for you at this time, but certainly humanitarian aid is something that we have provided in the past, and have certainly put that as an important assistance to provide. I just don't have anything that's going to come out of the NATO summit this week. I'm sure that we will be providing information as we go through the days. I just don't have anything for you at this time.